Mcluvin News. On the bigger part, the darker part, I'm a news reporter and proud to say, and why did I start doing this? Because I see so few people who truly want to speak up, to get in front of a video camera, to record themselves, because many other people are already doing their part. They're police officers, they're firefighters, they're paramedics, they're lawyers, they're attorneys, they're paralegals, they're nurses, they're, caring for the elderly. There's so many people doing their jobs, and what did I find in my life? That I had to find my fight of purpose because I already saw the direction of where my life was going. Here's an interesting thing for you. I was raised by two same-sex women. You might have heard that before in some of my points. And who would have thought I would have found the direction of my drive to become a public speaker and be more public and aware? Now, it seems people are afraid of, when they start to find out somebody is a reporter or somebody who reports the news, that everything personal about their life, if they get mixed in with somebody like myself, would just get exposed. But here's the interesting thing. I'm not a type of person who tries to make money off of the news stories. There's an importance to truth, and truth carries a great weight. It's something that's being abused by the very fundamentals of the people we have in the power of our very governmental office. Those who choose to lie and hide secrets, take money from the American taxpayers, get money while they sit up there and go on vacations, sleep with secretaries and or prostitutes, hookers, who knows? Sleeping around, stealing money from the government, misproprietatingly moving funds in some fashion or way. There's a lot of corruption, and let me tell you, I don't even know it all, but I know there's hardworking journalists, and that's where I'm getting down on the topic of discussion. Journalism and freedom of speech, the very core foundation of what protects the freedom of everybody, even on information we don't even like to know. I'm not afraid to put myself out there because you know what? I don't judge. And all the things that I've had in my life and I've been turned and had to face with, check this out. I don't ask for a cent, a dime, a nickel, not a penny, not a single foundation of anything for the hard efforts of what little bit I've contributed. They're all my stories that I've started to pick up on and report on. It's no different than any major news media. The only difference is many of those major news medias don't even know about me other than the people who follow me and those who like me and like what I'm doing, because American stories, no matter how big or small or what's going on in the world, deserve to be heard. And here's a story from a true segment from myself. I'm already 35 years old, and I can't even find one real person who's up for a real connection. There's women who have kids who say they want it, but they really don't. There's women who say they want to have a connection, but they just don't want to make the time because they already know they're too tied down with their kids. What's interesting is I've been with more women who have had kids than women who don't. And don't let that be intimidating to the women who never been with a guy who's been with a woman with kids, because I've been great around kids. I've played with the kids in the sense around the trustworthy eyesight and vision of the woman with, just picking them up and, having fun, running around, playing with their games, entertaining with them, get down on their level, understanding them, feeling through with them, being there to support them if they got upset or sad in a moment, being a good male supportive model in that context. Now, when we get down to the truth and reality of dating, it's crazy to think people think you're going to run into the person of your dreams or find your partner in today's society when most people are struggling to make money, drive a car, or know where to go. Online dating is the only way to really honestly and sadly find a connection. And what's really sad for a guy my age at 35, money doesn't come to a principle of something that makes me feel like it makes me fully complete. I was already raised by a very fortunate and blessed and loving parent who raised me up, same sex, of course, as I mentioned, who came from a wealthy family, passed that on down to me and my sister, of which I keep private. In that context, it never changed me, never corrupted me, never did anything other than open me up to the viewing of what possibilities I could find to fulfill a part of my life like my mother gave to me when I was proud. I have a large, massive collection of movies, but I just wish I could share them with somebody. I have a mash and passion of excitements and passions and hobbies and thrills and dreams to want to enjoy, but it seems like people nowadays would rather stay in the same center box instead of enjoying life and be happy. Life's too short to live in the same psychosis of repeating the same life over and over again. We got to have a focus to spread joy and wellness to those, especially the younger generation, so they're not suppressed and left with the hardship of what people don't want to take responsibility for today. And you wonder why people blame the older generations, but yet what are they doing to fix the current world that we're living in today? I'm hoping more are doing it. I'm certainly stepping up, and I'm speaking out for it. Thanks for watching Mcluvin News, and trust me, without the present, you already know there's no future.